There's pause due to poor connection. That's no good. Hi, Emma. Nice to see you. Hello. Hi from Abu Dhabi. Wow. Very nice to have you. Thanks, Sammy. Hello, Facebook. Hi, YouTube. How is everybody doing? Hope you've had a lovely weekend if you're watching me in real time on a Monday. I'm just adjusting my screen here. Oh, it says pause during poor connection. This is Instagram playing up today. That's no good, is it? Lainey, my lovely, I know you're downstairs. Could you just check that everybody is off the internet? So anybody perhaps in the office, if everybody just comes off to give us maximum bandwidth, because we do not want to go down today. But obviously don't forget, I am live on both platforms. So if you are on Facebook and anything happens, please switch over to Instagram. Hi from Austria. Wow, are you on holiday or are you living there? Let me know. And vice versa. If anything does happen to Instagram, which is usually pretty good, pretty stable, but if it does, then please hop over to Facebook. Now, as always, all the links to everything that I talk about, we will pop up live on Facebook and it'll stay up there. So you can always hop over to the Earle Wellbeing magazine Facebook page to find it. Same with YouTube. We can usually pop some links up in the URL, which is the connection. Otherwise, please go to lizarwellbeing.com. You will find it all there. Hi from sunny France. Sue, you've just ordered my magazine. Thank you very much. You're living in Austria. Whereabouts? I love the Austrian Arlberg. That's where I often go skiing, although I haven't been for the last couple of years because we couldn't. Oh, hi, you're just waiting for a catch-up. Nice to have you with me. Hi, Emma, you're in London. Oh, good. So many nice people tuning in. Do you know, I popped on my Instagram this morning. I woke up this morning and I was quite early because I had just so much to do. I had a really kind of early start, which was a bit of an issue for me because I was so late last night. I don't know if you saw on my Instagram, but I was just pottering. I didn't get to bed till about 1:30 because I don't know what it was. I just decided that I would arrange some flowers at like midnight, and then I just got a bit carried away, and I was just so enjoying cutting off these little flowers and putting them in tiny vases and putting them around the place, and the house was all quiet, and I don't know, it was just a lovely calm moment, and I kept thinking in the back of my head, I'm going to be so tired on Monday morning. Anyway, so that was my start to the day, and then I got up and I did do a bit of gym, and I put a little video up on my Instagram stories. That was actually me this morning doing that, so I'm feeling I'm really looking quite tired. So I'm hoping that Grace is going to be able to give me some good hits. Who is this on Facebook? Lisa, just about to order your new magazine. I hope you enjoy it. I've fallen in love with your podcast. They've given me so much fantastic information. Oh, I'm so pleased. Do you know, the podcasts are amazing. What I love about the podcast, sorry, I'm just digressing for 1 second, is that you don't have to look at a screen. You know, looking at a screen obviously is all very well, and it's lovely that we can connect here through the screen all around the world, literally, as we've seen, Abu Dhabi to Austria to wherever. But sometimes you just want to give your eyes a break, or you just want to chill out, or you're relaxing, or you're driving or travelling on a train, bus, whatever. And you can just still be absorbing, hopefully, interesting information. So I love my podcast too. And there have been some really good ones recently. And I've just recorded one, actually, that's going to go out this Friday about migraine, which is just epic with the National Migraine Centre. So please stay tuned to that. But let us get on. I feel like I need to put a bit of makeup on. Thank you. So yeah, the colour of my top. This is actually a little polo shirt from Me and M. It's a British fashion brand. Really like it. Linda, you're down in Salcombe and it's sunny. That is nice to hear. Okay, so let's see. Grace, Studio 10. Hopefully you are there. So you've requested to join me. Doesn't seem to. Gosh, Pen said that she enjoyed the live video with Edward. Had to watch it 3 times to take it all in. Yeah, that was a good one, wasn't it? Hi, Grace.
Hey, how are you?
I am super well, thank you. Looking forward to getting my face a bit more zhuzhy.
Getting a little bit of makeup on. I've got a secret for you.
Have you?
My passion, because I think everybody needs to have a hobby, and my hobby is flower arranging. I do it every week.
Mine too.
My mum used to do it, and and your little bud vases,
yeah,
I have them. I have like sets of 3, and I have like a row of them, and I potter for hours, and it makes me so happy.
I so agree with you. There's something about, I mean, the flowers, or even just foliage, little leaves or herbs.
Yes.
They are so beautiful, and you just get so absorbed in arranging just to see, is the stem pointing in the right way, and
Yes.
trimming the end of the flowers and changing the water and then setting them up on a little shelf. I mean, it's just a few minutes of kind of mindful calm. Hi, Ruby.
Yeah,
Ruby Hammer is with us. Hey, nice to have all our makeup girlies. So
you should be teaching me a thing or two then.
Oh, I just love Ruby. We go back such a long way. So now listen, Grace, your brilliant British makeup brand, STUDIO10, designed for older women, which, as we know, is... Mature skin is very fabulous. You have sent me some new things, really exciting new things. Where are we going to start? What are we going to start with?
Well, there's two. In the last one that we did, what came up a few times was, what do I do with my eyes? I've got hooded eyelids, need a little bit more of added definition. What about smoky eye? Am I too old to wear a smoky eye? And I thought it'd be really nice to do quick smoky eye, but really it's sort of eye touring, because we need a little bit of shape and definition as we age, if you've got hooded eyelids. So it's a really nice quick fix. But before that, I thought what we could do, especially this time of year, because we're into autumn, winter, skin's much more lackluster.
Yeah.
So true. I wanted to talk to you about this, because this is radiance in a bottle.
That's what we need.
Yeah.
It's called Youth Lift Glow Plexion. Now, I already use this one. You can see, actually, it's I've broken the lid, actually. It travels with me everywhere. So this is the plumping blush, which I love.
Yes.
So
they're very slightly different in that this is about adding radiance to the skin, right?
Okay, so let me pop some on my hand here, and you can see what we're talking
I talk about, it's really important to prime your skin, especially as we age, because we want to even out the texture of the skin. We want that lit from within radiance, and we want this has got an 8-hour binding agent, which means if you put foundation on top, or you put a little bit in your liquid foundation.
Oh, I love that idea. I love that idea of mixing it with your foundation.
Absolutely, because sometimes you want your makeup to be long lasting. Yeah. So the way that you can apply this as a primer, put a little bit in your hands, and you literally can put it all over your face.
Okay.
You can put a pump or two in your tinted moisturiser, your liquid foundation. If you don't wear foundation, put a little bit in your daily moisturiser.
Oh, what a great idea.
What it does is, and you know what's brilliant about this in the summer months, which are far behind us looking at the weather today? Yeah. Brilliant in body lotion, suntan lotion, when you just want a little bit of... So it really is. It's a primer, radiance creme, luminizer, and a highlighter.
It's also, it feels quite hydrating. It doesn't feel drying. I find that some highlighters leave my skin quite dry. This doesn't. My skin feels moisturised.
So that, you've read the script. I haven't sent you a script, I'm
haven't actually.
But it's got hyaluronic acid in it.
Has it?
It's got hyaluronic acid in it.
Clever thing.
Our skin's much drier as we age, and for me, making sure that the texture is beautiful, but it's got lovely ingredients. So with this, it's the only thing you need under makeup and on top of makeup. So you've given yourself a lovely glow. Great. And now what you could do is put your foundation on top. Okay. If you want that coverage.
So now look, I've got this from you. This is quite interesting. This is a foundation, a solid foundation, is that right?
That's our perfect, it's not new, it's our staple foundation, but we've just won a beauty award, which I'm really excited about.
Oh, well done.
So best foundation for mature skin. So you can put that on top to give you the coverage.
Yeah, I'm just feeling a little bit baggy under the eyes today. I didn't have a huge amount of sleep, so I'm going to pop a little bit under here.
Well, it's because you were pottering.
I was pottering with my flowers.
I do that because I find it so relaxing. So what's good about this foundation is it's a medium to full coverage, but it doesn't look like it. It's not thick, it's not heavy, it's not cakey. And it means you don't have to worry about concealers, under eye brighteners.
Yeah, sure.
You just put as much or as little as you want.
That is doing the job, actually.
it's so ultra creamy, isn't it? It's just
really nice. In fact, I'm going away this weekend. I'm going to pop that in my travel bag because I always worry about like taking my glass bottles of foundation. This is
exactly.
That's going to go with me. And then this one here, is that that's a slightly darker foundation. So if you wanted, I could contour with this or just mix it in if my skin is a bit darker.
Exactly, because you know what? The beauty industry is like, you need this for summer and you need something else for winter. And it used to drive me mad as a consumer. It's like, that's just a ploy to sell you more product.
Yeah.
So because it's such a light texture, but
you can have two in one. Mm-hmm.
Yes, exactly. And you can mix and match as your skin colour changes, you know, over the seasons.
So for those who are asking, I'm using foundation O2 medium. Yeah.
Yeah.
Medium.
So we've got all the shades to cover the skin tones.
Great.
Interestingly, medium covers the broadest spectrum. So I use medium and I'm much more olive skin than you. Yeah. But you know, we've got our 30-day buy and try. So you can buy it, test it, road test it for 30 days. If you're like, it's not quite right for me, the colour's not quite good,
it's good,
or doesn't suit me, you can send it back.
Yeah.
So someone's saying they love this foundation. Yeah. So, and it's got factor 30, which, as you know, we should use all year round.
That is very good.
So with that, you now have the perfect canvas, haven't you? Because you've got that lovely radiance and glow, you've got some coverage, you're good to go. Mm-hmm. This, the blush, is different to the Youth Lift.
This one?
In that, the Youth Lift is about adding colour and pigment. So the Youth Lift gives you radiance and glow. Yeah. But this is about giving that really healthy flush of colour.
Oh, yes. That's just bringing my skin to life a bit.
Yeah.
I think especially as we get into the winter months. Different. Yeah, no, the texture is a little bit different. It's a little bit lighter, maybe. I like that very much.
The other one, the Youth Lift is a thicker consistency because it's got that binding agent, so it means your makeup does not come off.
Love that.
See, that looks lovely. I mean, the blush, I actually can't live without this blush. Yeah. And then if you wanted, you could use this as a highlighter. You know, if you're going out, you might want to use it as a highlighter. Yeah, you could pop this a little bit here. Yeah, it's a fantastic primer for eyelids if you're then putting eyeshadow on. Yeah. And the thing about it is a lot of highlighters are quite stroby. And that's because they've got a blue undertone and they have silver. So a lot of light reflecting pearl, it's silver based, and ours is gold because gold is much more flattering and softer. Because the idea is that you blend it in, it looks like natural radiance, not like that stroby Kim Kardashian. You know, it doesn't really look good on us. Yeah. It's, I mean, maybe fine if you're a massive influencer living in LA, but you know, for daily life. Or you're 20. Yeah. So this is much, much softer.
Now tell me about this little beauty. I'm so excited about using this.
Right. This is eyes, because this came out of our last live. A lot of women saying, as I said, you know, shape, definition, what about smoky eye? Can I do it? Am I too old? All that sort of stuff. So this is our eye definer palette. So it is sort of eye contouring. It's about shape and definition. Yeah. It's not about adding colour or a fashion look. So really easy. Not one of these palettes with 30 different shades and bright, shiny, you know, it's just too much. So I'll talk you through it.
Yeah, talk me through it, because this is pristine. I have not used this. I haven't even tried it. So what am I going to start with?
Okay, and all right, so primer. Really important to use a primer. So I think we're the only eye palette that has an eye primer, because eyeshadow is not going to look good on skin that hasn't been primed. Okay. Then I've got two shades in the middle. One is a neutralizer, which is a pale colour, and that just neutralises the whole eye area. Yeah. The one next to it is like a taupey grey colour. It's a contouring shade, so you can really start to shape through the socket, especially if you've got hooded eyelids. Yeah. And then we've got a definition shade and a very soft highlighter. Lovely. But not, they're demi-matte. They're not shimmery. They're not glittery.
Demi-matte. That's a new expression for me. I like that.
They're not matte's quite dead and flat on the skin.
Can be quite hard to wear.
really hard to wear. And then also, if it's got too much shimmer and too much pearl, it really enhances fine lines, wrinkles, crepiness. So it's an in-between. And then in the dark shade, I put a little bit of light reflecting pearl, so it's not too flat and heavy on the skin. So hopefully you've got the brushes, but I use my fingers.
Yes, I have. I have. I love these. Am I using this brush? This is a beautiful brush.
Yeah, there's two brushes. For the primer, I tend to just use my finger, and I put the primer all over my eyelid.
All right, so...
Because, you know, as we age, our eyelids do become a little bit crepey.
Yeah, they certainly do.
And this just helps the powder sit nicely.
Okay.
Right, and then what I'm going to do is using the shadow brush, the really big sort of ponytail brush.
This one. Taking
this neutralising shade.
Which is that one?
I literally...
Is that this one, honey? This one?
Yeah. And it's got a slight yellow undertone, because yellow neutralises. Because a lot of women have redness in their eyelids. Yeah. So I put this all over the lid, literally all the way up to the brow.
Okay.
And it just neutralises the whole, takes out any discoloration, pigmentation.
That brush is so soft, beautiful.
You know what's interesting about these brushes? They're 100% vegan.
Really?
And they've taken me about 3 years, because for powder you usually use natural hair, because natural hair has a much better pickup. And I've never, ever, ever been able to find a synthetic brush or a brush that mimics hair until now. And you would not know the difference.
So soft, it's lovely. Really nice.
It's
really
just
nice
lovely.
Quality. Okay, so I've
that's
got my...
just your base.
That's my base, okay. Neutralise.
And then taking the other brush, which is the Eye Define. So it's just two brushes to do every makeup.
That's nice, isn't it? One end and then the other. Really good.
Yeah, so that's your shadow brush. Did you get the other one as well?
Yep, I've got
the
this
Eye
one.
Define. Yeah, so this is where you're going to do contouring. This is the trick.
This is the scary bit.
The trick for hooded eyelids. Sadly, I didn't make it up. It came from the makeup artist community. I've just stolen it.
Okay,
the technique.
Excellent.
But
good to share.
Everybody, I'm not sure if everybody knows, but where your socket is, which is the crease above your lid.
Crease line here.
Yeah, right, where the crease is. Generally what happens is you colour in that crease. But if you've got hooded eyelids, what we want to do is use the contouring shade above the crease, and that's the real trick, because when your eyes are closed you don't see your crease.
Okay, so just here, so it's going here, like just above that crease line.
Yeah, it's going above the crease.
Ooh. So am I using this little end?
You're using the crease brush.
Is that this one?
The other end. Yeah.
That one. Okay, crease.
This
is a crease brush. Slightly rounded. Yeah, it is.
And you can... So using the contouring powder, which is this sort of shadow shade.
One. Yeah?
Yeah. You literally just, as you would normally go through the crease, but you're just going above the crease.
Just go above the crease. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Because what you're trying to do is you're creating light and shade. And by adding shade, you're creating more depth and definition, because what you want to do is you want your lid to come forward.
I do.
And you're always creating a bit of an artificial lid. And it's very, very subtle, and because it's a contouring shade, it doesn't actually look like you're wearing eyeshadow.
No, it doesn't, because it's a really neutral shade that everybody can wear.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing is, when you do eyeshadow, especially through the socket or the crease, never bring it with all eyeshadow, never bring it too far round here.
Okay, so not too far out here.
No, because what happens is our eyes are much more droopy anyway. So if you focus on the sort of outer, inner, if you go too far round, it brings everything down. And actually what we want to do is we want to lift.
We do. I love that you can play with makeup and create artificial illusion. You know, makeup and light you know, if you have a good picture taken, so much of it, frankly, is makeup and light.
Absolutely. And actually, that was the sort of inspiration really for Studio 10. Is it was using the medium of makeup to do a job of work, because we need to even out the skin tone. We need a little bit of definition rather than that fashion look. Yeah,
exactly. I haven't got really time or inclination to get into the fashion look.
So you can see how that's just given you...
Yeah, it's given my eyes a bit of structure.
And the more hooded you are, the more you go above the crease.
The more you go above the crease. Gosh, that is so interesting.
But obviously not up to the eyebrow.
No, but just this little section here.
Yeah,
so that's so interesting, because it's so often I literally just shade my eyelid. I just do this little bit here. I don't go higher up.
Yeah. And because it's a contouring shade, it's not too dark.
No, it's not at all. Okay, this is another thing that's going to come away with me this weekend.
So, and then the last part, that's sort of every day. If you need a bit of added definition, I usually use an eyeliner.
Yeah.
Or you can use the darker shade. And I need that little bit of definition.
So what, this one here?
This darker brown, yeah. And this is where you'd start to build it for a smoky eye. So using the liner brush.
Is that this one?
Yeah.
Okay, can you see that? It's kind of really, it's a lovely, fine, precise little brush.
Yeah.
Very nice.
You know what? I needed a precise brush, because I can't see very well without my glasses. And it's very hard to put makeup on without your glasses on.
Yeah, yeah.
And also you want to do a very, very fine line. So using the darker shade.
Here we go. So am I going to pick it up just with the end then? Just with that little kind of really fine bit of the brush?
I do it along the whole edge of the brush. And then when you put these darker shades on, you're literally just pushing the colour in and drawing a line.
Here we go.
This is also wet dry. So if you really want to really make it much darker.
Really? You can wet it? Ooh.
You can wet it, yeah.
That is clever. I love the shape of brush because it just so easily oh my goodness, I love that. Really love that. Yeah, I could imagine using that wet would give you almost like an eyeliner effect.
Yeah. Powder, using a definition shade to do that liner effect is a little bit softer sometimes than using eyeliner.
Yeah. Yeah, I find that can be a bit of a young look. My girls are great with that eyeliner.
I know, my girls too. So you can see just how I've given that eye a little bit more definition compared to that one. Yeah.
Yeah, but without being scary, you know, it's not looking like, actually hopefully it's not looking like I've got too much makeup on. So I'm just going to pick up a bit more of that.
And it's a really nice, it is a nice, elegant day look as well. It's not too heavy. You know, if you're going, you want a little bit more.
But I guess in the evening, if you wanted to give it a bit of oomph, you could actually go over it again with a wet.
Yeah, and I'll show you a little trick how to do a really, really quick smoky eye. And then the last step is taking the... Oh, sorry. I'm trying to do it really quickly so everybody can see how quick it is to do eyes, because I think that's the one area that women, when they contact me, they don't feel confident in.
Yeah. But I love that. I mean, you're not really going to go wrong with that. I mean, those are just such neutral colours. That's the great thing.
And it's also not a palette with 10 or 12 different shades. It's like we don't need those shades.
No, and it tells you actually on the back what to do with each one, which is quite clever.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? I developed this range with my name on it, and I need all the help I can. And then the last one is this little soft highlighter.
Okay, so that's this little one here.
Yeah, and then using the shadow brush, I just like to put a little bit on my brow.
Okay.
It's very, very natural. It's got a sort of pinky skin tone.
Nice.
Not really because a lot of highlighters, again, are so pearly and so shimmery, and it just doesn't look natural.
No, it doesn't. It's too much, especially when your skin is older.
Yeah. And then I just like to put a tiny little bit almost on my lid.
That trick. I love that. Just here? Just brightens the eye.
I bring it along the eyelid, almost above the brown, and before the sort of contouring, because it just sort of really brightens and lifts the whole eye.
Because this little bit in here can get really dark.
Yeah. I've effectively done one.
Love that little bit of definition.
Yeah, it's so natural, but it's given you that added
And what I might
definition.
do, this is what I would do, tell me whether you think you agree, is take a little bit of that and just gently just run it along here, but really almost like nothing.
Yeah, which is exactly what I've done.
Tiny, tiny bit. So it doesn't look like a hard line. It's not like a hard liner, but it's just a little bit of kind of eye opening definition. And actually I kind of like doing it a bit through my brow as well.
Yeah.
Because what I try and do is extend my brows.
The definition shade has a little bit of red in it, so it's a little bit warm for browns. But the contouring shade,
you're right,
which is the shade of our brow pencil, is brilliant
great.
Through the brows.
Yeah, you're right.
And I always bring a little bit.
Oh, I like that a lot.
Because most brow products are too warm. They have too much red or orange in them, and you want them to be quite cool.
That's a bit too much. I put a bit too much of the reddy one there. That this is much better this side. You learn, don't you, as you go.
You could use that contouring shade a little bit for cheeks, but I don't know how many of us really contour our cheeks.
Yeah, I think you've got to be really careful, haven't you? Otherwise you end up looking like you kind of got tiger stripes on you.
Yeah, it's just not a good look. And then if you really want to smoke it up, if you're going out in the evening, it's like you've lined the top and the bottom bit, which is what I do anyway, because I need that definition.
Here and here.
So you just take the socket brush.
Yeah, this one.
You take the darker shade, and almost on the outside corner of the eye, like a triangle, you'd colour it in and then go into the socket a little bit, just to make it a little bit more smoky.
Got you.
And that is it. Now, classically, a smoky eye, you do smoke the whole lid in the dark colour, but I kind of feel it's a bit too heavy for us, so I like to just do the outer corner. Yeah. And then really work the socket.
But I love the definition. I love the fact that you've got the paler colour there to balance it.
Yeah.
So you build up your colour here.
Yeah.
But
so
you've got your paler colour. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a grown-up smoky eye.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And then just blend it in.
And also, most smoky eye traditionally is greys and blacks. So they're the Kate Moss smoky eye, I think, is absolutely stunning. But it's too heavy. So for me, I'd swap out. It's
great. I mean, it's great if you want that kind of rock chick look. I can't get away with that.
Yeah.
I'd love it. Maybe at Christmas or something, I might go a bit wild. But otherwise, I think I'll end up looking.
But I think you can do it, because this is the dark brown's like a brownie. It's dark. You can really smoke it up. I think using browns and taupes. Mm-hmm. You still get that sexy, but it's a little bit more wearable. Yeah. And this is a trick that I can see you doing naturally. So, what we want is really this edge here to be really almost lined, and you don't want anything coming down. So I like to get a little bit of my foundation and just draw with the foundation.
Let me do that.
A really smooth line.
This is a foundation brush.
So it makes it look clean, but also it just gives you a little lift.
Oh, that is...
You don't want makeup coming too far dragging the eye down, if that makes sense.
No, absolutely. No, everything is all about lifting it upwards. Like that.
Up. We need to go up.
Up.
When we're naturally going down.
Everything is, gravity is pulling us down and we're going, no, we go up.
Exactly.
I like that.
Well, it's fab.
I like that a lot. Thank you.
Gorgeous.
Thank you. Really, really good. I mean, beautiful brushes, lovely. I'm totally in love with that. I've literally just unpacked it and done it today for the very first time. So I'm looking at it in my bigger mirror here rather than just doing it on the compact. Love that look. Doesn't look scary. Just looks as though I've had a really good night's sleep, which I haven't had. Grace, thank you. We do have a Liz Loves discount, don't we, for that?
Yes.
For all of these.
20% off.
20% of the whole range.
Oh.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Remember our 30 day as well. So
30 day.
Online, it's like,
that is amazing, isn't it? So you can buy anything from you, and 30 days, if you don't like it, you can just send it back. Amazing.
Yeah, and you know what? For me, when you're buying online, it's really hard to test the colours. And, you know, I'm a great ambassador fan of wearing a little bit of makeup every day. It's the confidence that you wear on your face, and it gives you that boost. But I don't want any single person to buy Studio10 product and not use it. Yeah. I don't want it sitting in their top drawer. So I'd rather them use it for not just 2 or 3 days, use it for the whole 30 days. Yeah. And if it doesn't fit with your routine or you're not sure, send it back empty.
I bet hardly anybody does, because it's really good stuff. I'm sitting at my dressing table. You can't see, but I've got so many of your things here. And as I say, you know, this has become a firm favourite already. It's just great. And I love the way that you are empowering and engaging with older women. That's your focus.
That is mature skins, older women, pro-age.
Pro-age, absolutely. I agree with you. You know, when I had the beauty company, you know, I banned the term anti-aging. We never. Why would you be anti-aging? We all want to age. You know, I mean, it's a gift to age. It's an absolute privilege to age. But we need to age well, and that's, you know, internally, externally, on every level. We're older, wiser, better, stronger.
And also, I mean, you know, the sort of the pro-age movement to challenge the outdated stereotypes of middle age and age.
Yeah, totally.
You know, that we're not as relevant, we're not as vital. And, you know, why so many middle-aged women feel invisible, they don't feel attractive, they don't feel...
Yeah, when you're surrounded by anti-aging, you know, messages, it's so negative.
Anti-aging, anti-wrinkle, really outdated stereotypes, because 40, 50, 55 today is not the same as 55 in my mother's generation.
No, absolutely. Well, I say it's halfway through. You know, I'm in my 50s and I consider myself to be halfway through. And it's about having a better, stronger second half. And yes, of course, we've got lines, you know, of course. But let's...
Yeah, but we're just as beautiful. Yeah. This is the thing. We're just as beautiful as our younger counterparts. But when, you know, I have to take a big pop at the beauty industry, which, you know... but when they're, like you say, they're using anti-aging, anti-wrinkle, or they're using models that aren't representative. They're using 25-year-old models to promote an anti-wrinkle cream.
They're selling to somebody who's in their 50s, 60s. Yeah. Yeah,
I actually find it a bit insulting. It's like, I'm visible. I'm here. Treat me with some, you know, some respect. So, my view is celebrate age, wear it loudly, wear it proudly, and let's not go quietly.
That is a great note to end on, Grace. Thank you so much, and thank you. I know this is a busy time for you. You've got a new podcast, haven't you, launching? Congratulations. Yes, tell us about that before you go.
Okay, so it's called Aging with Grace.
Oh, well, there you go. Perfect.
Or Disgracefully. And it is sort of really open, honest, inspirational conversations about aging. No subject is taboo. And it launches today.
Today, congratulations!
Today.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. We shall be tuning in. I was just saying, actually, before this live, I do love a good podcast. So I look forward to tuning in.
Yeah, well, you're the pro. But, you know, for me, it's like I'm so passionate about, you know, we're not over the hill.
No.
And I always say, you know, don't put baby in the corner. My 22-year-old was like, what does that mean? I've never heard that. And I was like, that's because you haven't grown up with Dirty Dancing.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
That's my view on Pro-Age.
Love
Nobody
that movie.
puts baby in the corner.
Well, thank you, my lovely. Huge congrats to
Thank
you with your
you.
podcast today. Really
Thank
special.
you.
And I hope to see you again very soon.
Yeah, me too. Take
care.
Happy pottering.
Thank you. Yeah, I might try and do it a bit earlier next time. Bye.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye. You need to leave me, my love, otherwise I cut everybody off and I get into trouble. So good. Congrats to Grace, and I love that. Aging gracefully or disgracefully, maybe. So everything at Studio 10 does have the Liz Loves 20% discount, which is great. Other brands, actually, just to talk about very quickly before I leave you. I know that we've had lots of chat about Beauty Pie, again, which I love. I'm just actually going to pop a little bit. This is the mascara that I'm using from them. I know lots of you have asked about my mascara. It's called Uber Volume. So this is the one that I will just pop on my lashes. So Beauty Pie, such great value because it's a membership scheme. You just sign up, you pay a little bit each month, and then you buy everything from them at cost. So I really like their basics. I think their things like mascaras and their eye pencils are very good. And then, flick that off a bit, there we go. And then the other things that I like, they've got some new things actually which I can share with you. I'm always being asked which retinol product I use, because I do use retinol on my skin. This is the one, the Beauty Pie, it's called Super Retinol. And the other thing that I really like that is new from them, this is called Awesome Bronze. This is really clever. So it's self-tanning drops. I've talked about these before. So you mix it, just as Grace was saying that you can mix her lovely Youth Lift Glowplexion into your, not your moisturiser or your tinted moisturiser or your foundation, or just use it as a primer. So you mix that in. So the same concept is with these drops. So these are drops that will give you a self-tan, a light self-tan on your face if you want to keep just a little bit of a summer bronze glow going. But it also contains that magic ingredient, hyaluronic acid. So just as Grace has used hyaluronic acid in this, which is super moisturising, so the team at Beauty Pie have also used it in these drops, and they've also used red seaweed extract, which is also very good for the skin. So basically it says here you put 2 drops, can't read it because it's on glass, onto clean dry skin, and then you can basically just massage that all over or mix it in with your moisturiser or whatever. And then I won't put it on my skin because you have to wash your hands right away afterwards. Otherwise, you self-tan your fingers as well. But I think, and let me just check the smell, because often self-tan things don't smell so great. Oh no, that's fine. Oh, I've got a bit on the end of my nose. End up with a brown nose. Yeah, smells good. So there you go. So something else to add to the list. Actually, I should have put my hair back. These are pretty. I ordered these recently from Beauty Pie. They are silk tie scrunchies. Super easy to use, just to pop your hair back. Yeah, look at that. So, and nice and comfy, nice to wear in bed as well. There you go. So those are the silk ties. A couple of questions that have come in here before I disappear. Oh, I tell you what, I should pop something on my lips, shouldn't I? So this is I'm using Dr. Lip at the moment in the winter. We got a 15%, that's an affiliate discount code with Dr. Lip. And what I like about this is it's pure lanolin, so really good for chapped lips in the winter, with a little bit of colour, natural colour. I don't know if you can see that, tiny little bit of pinky pigment. Can you see? So this just brings lips to life with a bit of colour, but it's made from plants. So you can eat it, obviously, because they're made of vegetables, which makes sense when you're putting things on your mouth. So this is made with sweet potato pigment. Isn't that clever? Justine, what was the name of the insect repellent? It's Al Fresco. I think the discount has expired, sadly. We'll probably get that back next summer if we can. Al Fresco. Yeah, silk tie scrunchie is really good. Yeah, love Dr. Lip. Really, really good. Yeah, really good. Lots of makeup chat. Questions here. The collagen. So the collagen capsules that I like personally, and again we have a Liz Loves affiliate discount, is the Ingenious Beauty ones. I like these. They're slightly pinky in colour because they have the astaxanthin, really powerful antioxidant, really good for the skin. And also, I believe, let me just double check this before I say, yes, it has a hyaluronic acid in it as well. So that is a really key ingredient to look out for. It's something that you can take internally. It's something that you can apply on your skin as well. As we age, hyaluronic acid is really something to look out for. We have lots of it when we're younger. When we're young, our skin is brimming with natural hyaluronic acid. But like so many things, as we age, we lose our ability to create it. And that's one of the reasons why our skin tends to lose plumpness and firmness and elasticity. So anyway, this is what I take. I took mine this morning. And there is 15% off with the affiliate code. Also, just to say, I've got sitting on my dressing table, I know lots of you are watching Lily on her Instagram. Amaryllis Earle is her Instagram, her private one, where she's documenting a lot about pain, unfortunately, at the moment. It's a very live issue. But one of the things that she found helpful was LED light, and this is her cell return mask as just something that helps. It doesn't take the pain away completely, but it's the LED light. And of course, that is just so good for the skin. You know, you've got 1,700 LED light bulbs in here. It's extraordinary. And it doesn't flicker, by the way, because she has migraine. She couldn't cope with it flickering. It just looks as though it's flickering because it's on your screen. So red is for, some people would say anti-aging. I'm not going to say anti-aging. I'm going to say it's for pro-youthful skin. Much more positive. Blue mode is the one that you would use if you have anybody in the family with real problem skin, acne. Amazing. Really, really good. And then pink mode. This is the one for inflammation. So things like rosacea, psoriasis, eczema, really good for that. And then the one that I use, fast mode, that just gives you 9 minutes and it cycles between, it's mostly red and then it gives you a minute of blue and a minute of pink. Anyway, so I just mentioned that because they are expensive bits of kit, but there is 10% off with Liz Loves, all in capitals, all one word. Thank you very much, Lily, and sending you big kisses today. I know you've had a rubbish weekend, darling, so sending lots of love to you. Okay, so I'm going to be doing a little podcast. Well, it's going to have a vlog, really, a video vlog on YouTube, which will go up on Thursday, talking about natural ways that we can help support our immune system, because there's so much need always at this time of year. And I think, you know, in our current climate, never more so. But, you know, September, October is always the time of year when we are besieged with flu bugs and coughs and colds. And as we move into the winter time, you know, how do we cope with all the extra stresses of things like Christmas, which is coming up? I did say that I wasn't going to mention the C word until October, but I just can't resist it. I'm so excited. Who else loves Christmas? Do you love Christmas? I have an e-guide, A Healthier, Happier, Wellbeing Christmas. If you want to download that and get ready, start thinking about making things and making lists. I came across my Christmas card book when I was unpacking my boxes, yet more flipping boxes this weekend. Oh my goodness. I'm nearly there with my study. So it has been chaotic, but I came across a box of all my Christmas stuff. And my Christmas card list, so I need to start thinking about that. I was thinking, can I hold off and send out all my kind of change of address cards, maybe with my Christmas cards? I think I might have to do that. Anyway, I do have an e-guide to Christmas, which is something that I wrote for my kids. I wrote it for my children, passing on lots of family recipes and things. So if you'd like to have a look at that, because we need to start thinking about all the prep that we can do, things like making mincemeat and Christmas puddings and things that take a little bit of time to mature. Anyway, not just yet, obviously, a little bit early, but it will be happening soon. But yes, so I digress. Immune system, and autumn time, I'm going to be recording a vlog for Earle Wellbeing on our YouTube channel, so please make sure that you are subscribed to that. And one of the things that I'm going to be talking about is something that I've been trying, and I really think the research on this is interesting. It's olive leaf extract. And this is from the Naked Pharmacy. Naked Pharmacy, I haven't talked about them for a while, but they are such an interesting brand. And they have different supplements that you don't find elsewhere. So, for example, they've got the saffron extract. Really good for anxiety, stress, sleep. Very good for kids. They've got a kids version. My youngest takes it. And it's called Saffrasun. I wrote about it in the magazine years ago, and I was so interested. Kevin Levers, who's their pharmacist, who basically left mainstream pharmacology, used to work for, big pharma, and he realised that there are some natural ingredients that really work at a therapeutic level. So he started the natural pharmacy. And olive leaf is something that we are going to be hearing more about. And it's interesting. I love it because I'm an olive farmer in Italy, half my family being over there in Umbria in Italy, producing olive oil, which obviously comes from the olives that you crush, but the olive leaf has really interesting properties. So this has elenolic acid, which is the immune supporting ingredient, and it's a very, very interesting ingredient indeed, and I'll be talking a little bit more detail about this, I think, on Thursday. So that's going to be on Earle Wellbeing. I know somebody else has asked about that, okay? Olive leaf, great with peppermint, absolutely, Ali. So the vlog is coming out on Thursday. Just make sure that you're subscribed to Earle Wellbeing on YouTube. The code for Delilah and for Beauty Pie and for Dr. Lip and for Studio 10 is Liz Loves. Okay, all in capitals, all one word, Liz Loves. If ever you want to check any of the discount codes, by the way, please go to the website. We've got a whole section called Liz Loves now. My team is so brilliant, and some of them expire and they drop off, but new ones come in all the time, and sometimes we're able to kind of keep them going for longer. So do please take a look. Talking about Delilah, Jo on YouTube, she said she enjoyed the tutorial with Rupert, saying, love Rupert, love Delilah. I've used several Delilah products. Thank you for your sessions. Oh gosh, lots of chat on menopause. Yes, I have just, I've kind of almost had it with Estrogel. There is just so much chat on Instagram at the moment about Estrogel and the new formulations thereof. So I'm going to be covering that in this week's podcast on Friday. Do please take a listen to that. Dee on YouTube, that's interesting. So she's been using Lily's mask. So I might just read you Dee's comment here. Thank you very much. She says, oh goodness, I bought one of Lily's LED masks, and when it first arrived, I thought, what the heck did I do spending all this money on this silly thing? Oh dear. But then I used it and have continued to use it most evenings for the last 6 months. My skin has transformed, Liz. I'm 52 and it looks like I've turned back the clock to my 30s. Wow, biggest change to my marionette lines around my mouth. I've noticed these improving too. Skin has significantly firmed up and droops very little now. I used to go in for regular Botox injections, but haven't needed to since using this mask. It's one of the best purchases I have made. Wow, big thanks to you and Lily for this product. Well, thank you very much, Dee. Will you let Lily know that? Because obviously you've left that comment on my channel, which is great. But she would love that. She would really love to hear that. So she's Cell Return, C-E-L-L Return. .co.uk, and I know that they do have reviews on the website. If anyone wants to go and check those out, then please do. I don't think she does YouTube, but I know that she does have the website. I think they use Trustpilot for reviews, and she's had some really amazing reviews. So I have to say I'm a massive fan of everything that she does. If you want the Cell Return mask, by the way, she has a slightly different code. Just to say, it's Liz Loves 21. They were having an issue with their codes. So for Cell Return, and that's whether you want to get their hyaluronic acid. They have an amazing hyaluronic acid product which contains real gold. I mean, that is super indulgent. And they also had the little cleansing gadget, which much more low cost than the big mask. And the hair Alpha Ray. I know Ruby, darling, Ruby Hammer, you talked, didn't you, on your Instagram about Lily's hair Alpha Ray and menopausal hair loss, and so interesting. Thank you so much for being so supportive, and I'm so pleased that was helpful for you. So for cell return, the offer code for 10% is Liz Loves 21. Okay, all in capitals, Liz Loves 21, all one word. Anyway, that is it for today. I'm going to be back here live. Well, not back here. I'm actually in my bedroom, so I'm in my bedroom for Makeup Monday. But I'm going to be back in my studios on Wednesday for a Wellness Wednesday live. Lots coming up this week. Lots of podcasts. I've got a live podcast going out on Wednesday evening. We've got YouTube, we've got my vlog on immunity, we've got the newsletter going out on Friday as well as the Friday 5. So lots to tune into, and I'm going to be very busy on my stories as well on Instagram. So I hope that you will join me over there. That is Liz Earle Me, which is my personal one. And of course, you can also follow the magazine Liz Earle Wellbeing, as you are doing here on Instagram. Thank you very much. My top, glad you like that, Anne. It's from Me and M. Lovely British brand, Me and M. You're so welcome. Oh, what's that? Alison Loves Beauty. Have you tried Lazira? I think is that Lenzetto or the patch? Do you know, I haven't tried HRT patches. I kind of wanted to I wanted to do it without the patch. I just wanted to use a gel that I could just rub on. I have tried Lenzetto. I find Lenzetto is weaker. So if I use the Lenzetto spray, I have to use more of it, which means I use it up much more quickly. But yeah, I may have to go on for that. Helen, okay, one last point about Christmas before I go. Helen has said here on Instagram, mincemeat made, fruit for Christmas cake soaked. Cake will be made early October. Helen, you are a woman after my own heart. I look forward to connecting on Christmas and a lot more later. Not Christmas this week. I will save it till October. But have a great week. Lovely to be with you today. And yeah, keep your comments coming. I don't do direct message on Instagram, but I do always try and look at the comments. Take care. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.